Oh, what a day, what a day, glorious. Gather round. There's nothing better than a friend.
Welcome, my lovely light, to day 3 of the Fresh Start Challenge, 30 days of yoga, strength, and better sleep. Today's class is a dynamic yoga flow suitable for all levels. We will be moving this entire body to give us that energy, that vitality, and that just motivation for our day. This is your time to move with intention. Listen to your body, and remember, it's a practice, it's not a perfect. Roll out your mat, take a deep breath, and let's begin. Joining me on your back, you can bring the knees up towards the chest and just start circling in one direction. You can make little circles, medium circles. Just start warming up the spine this morning on this lovely, energizing day. Pausing at center, my love, and going the opposite direction. Giving yourself permission to arrive, knowing you are exactly where you need to be. Wonderful. Exhale the foot on the right down, crossing the heel across for a laying figure 4. You can reach behind the back of the thigh and start rolling out the ankle. You might need a nice bend in the knee. Rolling out both feet, you can open up the toes to create more of that Shakti nature, that feminine nature. And if you want, you can inhale, tuck your chin in towards the knee to deepen the stretch. You really should be feeling this nice fire in the back of your butt and the back of your hamstring here. Big breath comes in. Good. We'll exhale that heel down, swap sides. So opposite heel reaches across on the right for that laying figure 4. Coming in through that little keyhole, you can interlace the fingers together. Once again, rolling out the ankles. Welcoming in a breath. And then sending it away. Being okay with any cricks or pops. I always have this like really poppy ankle on my right, and that's okay. You can inhale, bringing that chin and that knee closer together. Yes, there might still be like 1.5 feet of space, but this just really deepens that stretch. Wonderful. Exhale, slowly melt that heel down towards the earth, walking both heels in, brushing the back of the heels with the fingers, and start pressing the hips up for a bridge pose, really grounding through the shoulders here. And then you could exhale, sink down towards the earth. And then we'll once again press intentionally up, drive the hips up high to the sky. And if you want something a little bit deeper, you can interlace the fingers together and walk the shoulders and really press. You can walk the heels in. You can actually lift through the toes so all the weight is in the heels. Bring that breath in. Start strengthening up that body. Good. Send the breath away. One more. Good. Unthread the hands. You can walk the shoulders back down. We'll straighten out the leg on the left, and you can reach for the calf and bring it in towards the body in a pulsing motion, and then exhale that down. Opposite toes reach up in a pulsing motion, giving yourself a little love. Ooh-hoo-hoo in the back of the thigh, the back of the calf. One more time on each side, my friend. And tapping into a breath that feels good for you today. Beautiful. And we'll just bring the knees open wide for a Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the hands to the belly. And I want you to just take 5 breaths at your own pace. Deep inhalation followed by the exhalation. Just settling into your body. Returning to your mind. Slowing down the thoughts. And just being present for yourself and this journey to start fresh. Beautiful. One more breath, my friends. Wonderful. We'll bring the knees in, and you can grab the back of the thighs, and we'll start rockabye babying up and back. And you can do this a few times as you rock back and forth. 2 more times, rolling out that spine. Good. We've got one more. Beautiful. We'll exhale into a boat pose. So your first variation, if you need to keep the feet down, you can. You can grab for the back of the thighs. You can reach those heels up. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, the palms can reach up towards the sky. Breath comes in. Good. Send it away. One more deep breath here. Good. Send it away. We'll cross over the ankles and meet the body into a tabletop position. You can meet at the center of the mat. Wonderful. And we'll take a few barrel rolls where you bend into one elbow and then you press up on the opposite. So you can stick with the right side where you're really bending down and then straightening, getting this nice stretch, awakening in the wrist. Good. Opposite side. Let that breath be your guide. Wonderful. Meeting back in a tabletop, bringing the hands facing the sides of the mat. You can choose to keep the knees down, or you can post up more in this bear position where you hug through the pelvic wall, squeeze through the belly, and you can just rock side to side, creating a warmth of the wrist. It's okay if you need to come down on the knees. Find what feels good for you. Find what challenges you. And if you're up, really squeeze through that pelvic wall. Draw the navel back towards the spine. Beautiful. Exhale down on the knees, bringing the body, walking the body forward into a kneeling plank, floating down to the belly. You can sink down and release the tops of the toes. Hands come by below the shoulders. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back for a Bhujangasana, a cobra pose. Just letting your heart open today. Good. Send the breath away. One more breath. Beautiful. Really engage actively through the hands. Post up on the toes and then push the body up, hips up and back for a downward facing dog. Start pedaling out the heels here, and you can play. It can feel really good to bend one knee and straighten the other. You can peek under the armpit. Find what feels good. Sometimes maybe it's relaxing the top of the toes down to stretch the top of the foot, really actively engaging through the fingers, thumb, pointer, middle, ring, and pinky. Wonderful. Coming in for a 3-legged dog. So the foot on the right will post down, left toes will come back. So maybe it's here, maybe you can start gently hovering. Maybe the toes can go all the way up high to the sky. Big strengthening breath in, and slowly and mindfully start bending the knee, tucking the knee in, coming more for this plank, and then stepping the foot forward. That might be easier said than done. If you need help and you need to step forward, post up on that hind foot, and we will windmill up. Hind foot, the foot on the right is facing the long edge of your mat. Foot on the left faces the short edge of the mat. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Noticing any tension or tightness in the shoulders, relaxing them down. Really root through the feet, squeeze through your pelvic wall, draw that energy up towards the top of the head. Breath comes in. Beautiful. Send it away. Let your breath be your guide. Beautiful. Taking that palm and reversing it up, and then hinge at the heart. Hinge at the shoulder, and then sweeping up and back for a reverse or a peaceful warrior. You can look up towards the hand. The option is you can keep the hand by the thigh, or you can bring it back towards your tailbone, or you can bring it back for a gentle bind here. Let the breath guide you. Beautiful. And send it away. Really getting rooted through your feet, actively engaging through the pelvic wall. Squeeze your butt, squeeze the thighs, hug the navel in towards the spine. Beautiful. Exhale, bring the body back to that warrior two. And from that warrior two, you can bend into the elbow and start hinging the body towards the bent leg for an extended side angle. You might want to walk the foot out a little bit on the right, and you can stay here as your first variation as you extend up. Second variation is you can come down for a block. You can come down for the mat. Third, most advanced variation is you can come in for a bind. So whatever is in your practice. And we'll stick here for 5 breaths. You got this. Good. If your hands were bound, unbind them, reaching the hand and the hips on the right-hand side down, and we'll come in for a reverse extended side angle. You always have the option to come down on the knee if you would like, or you can inhale up, reaching the body up. You can always airplane the arm back on the left. You can bend at the hip or stack that shoulder over shoulder. Beautiful. Breath comes in. And slowly start sinking the knee away from the body, and you'll transition on the outer edge of the foot, and the hip will reach down for a reverse lizard. You can rest down on the thigh, or you can really press up through the body. Hand reaches back. 5 breaths here. Squeeze through the pelvic wall, press the earth away. If this is too much, you can also come down on the forearm like this. So find what challenges you. Beautiful. Exhale the body back forward to a plank position. Hollow through the front body. We'll come in for a chaturanga where you slowly and mindfully find your vinyasa. And you can come in for, maybe you would like a cobra, or maybe you're ready for an upward facing dog, pushing up and back, downward facing dog. Just take a moment, pedal at the heels, feel all of that heat that you have created. Wonderful. Press, press, press the earth away. This time, 3-legged dog on the right side of the body. So the toes can come back and hover to your variation. Maybe you can start hovering. Maybe the toes can go up high. Push, push, push through the palms of the hands. Reach those toes high to the sky. Slowly start journeying that knee towards the chin, and then stepping the foot forward, right? Sometimes easier said than done. If you need to step forward here, the body will come up in windmill. The hind foot will open towards the long edge of your mat. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Big breath comes in. Good, send it away. Root through your feet, squeeze through your inner thighs, squeeze your pelvic wall, removing any arches from the low back. If the shoulders are up towards the ears, press them down and away. Reach from fingertip to the top of the head. Breath comes in. Beautiful. One more breath here. Good. We'll bring the palm up towards the sky and then start hinging the shoulder past the hip crease, sweeping up and back for a reverse warrior or a peaceful warrior. The hind hand can stay at your side. It can come back by your tailbone, or you can bind. Just getting rooted in yourself as you breathe deeply in. Good. Send the breath away. Rooting yourself like the trees. Good. One more breath here. Meeting back in that Virabhadrasana 2, a warrior 2, and we will come in for that extended side angle. So you can start bending in the elbow on the right, and the body will hinge. First variation is you can reach up, really squeeze through your pelvic wall. You always have the option to airplane or bend at the side. You can reach down for a block. You can reach down for the floor for that second variation, or you can find the bind. And once you have landed, 5 breaths. If you are in that bind, really drive that shoulder up, press through the feet. Be challenged in your body. You've got this. If your hands are bound, unbind them. The hand on the left will reach down towards the earth. The hip crease and the toes will face down towards the mat. And then you'll reach up for a reverse extended side angle. You always have the option to come down on the knee here. If you are up, really squeeze through the inner thighs, stack shoulder over shoulder. You do have that option to come at the side or airplane back, whatever is in your practice. Find those breaths. You're doing amazing work. On this next breath, start transitioning to the outside of the foot on the bent leg. The knee will externally rotate and you'll come down. You can situate here. You can bring the body back. You can also come down. And if you need to be down here, you can be down here. More advanced is pushing up, 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 and reaching across the body. 5 breaths. Really just find your rootedness. Drive your hips up towards the sky as you're sinking down, which sounds a little counterintuitive, but you've got this. Breathe. Good. Send the breath away. One more breath. Good. Exhale the body forward, coming in for that plank position, hollow through the front body. Take your chaturanga, that vinyasa, where you exhale forward, slowly sink down. Maybe it's an upward dog, maybe it's a cobra. Good. You can push the body up and back. Pedal at the heels. Take 5 breaths here. Just be present for whatever's happening. Good. On this next breath, you can walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Forward fold, just take a moment to heavy the head, heavy the heart. You can dangle the arms side to side. You can grab opposite elbows. Really just allowing this hinge. I want you to notice any tension or tightness in your neck. Can you shake your head a little? Yes. How can you shake your head a little? No. Beautiful. If you had opposite elbows, we'll start reaching the hands down and we'll start shifting back into the heels. Maybe you need to open your feet up a little bit. It's coming back into the butt for a chair pose. The hands can reach forward or you can come into a prayer pose for Uttanasana, chair pose. Really sinking down. Let that breath guide you. Good. Send it away. Breath guides. Beautiful. And we'll twist the body towards me. And you can stay here, twist it. You can have the hand and the forearm rest across the thigh, or you can hook the elbow on the thigh, just right above the knee. Really press, press, press back. Roll the shoulder up and back. 5 breaths for a twisted chair. Feel the shake. Feel the burn. You have 2 more breaths here. You can do these hard things. You can start fresh by choosing to. Good. 1 more breath. Back at center, reaches out. we'll come to the opposite side. So you'll start twisting away from the camera, and the hand can rest across the thigh, or you can hook the opposite thigh just above the knee joint. Press, press, press into the palms. 5 breaths, really ground through the heels, expand through the toes. Let that breath be your guide. 3 more breaths. I know your legs are sore, so are mine. We've got this. Good. We'll exhale. Heavy the body forward for a forward fold. Beautiful. Bringing the hands towards the shins, sliding up for half of a flat back. Exhale, heavy the whole body forward. Root to rise, my beautiful friend. We'll meet at the center of the mat. Shake it on out. Feel that heat, that fire, that burn that we've got going here. Beautiful. We'll meet facing that short edge of the mat. Inhale the knee on the left up towards the chest. If it's too much, you can just tap here. You can also find a wall, whatever's in your practice. Roll out that ankle and find your balance on this side. How is it feeling today? We'll slowly start crossing that ankle over like we did laying for that figure 4, but a standing figure 4. Really root your body, land here. You can use your hands as stabilizers, and then we'll start sinking down for this figure 4. So you can catch a mudra, maybe the Gayana mudra with the pointer and the thumb. Sink back into the sit bones. You can reach the hands above. Breath guides you. Root through the toes. What's your balance today? Deep inhalations, controlled exhalations. 1 more. And we'll slowly start transitioning. If you can, keep that foot up. If you need a tap down, you can, into a warrior 3. So your first variation is you can just tap back and you can be up here. Maybe you have blocks, so you want to reach down towards the earth. Or if you want to go for a warrior 3, the heel can press back. The toes can also press back. Being mindful that the hip, you might fall out like me, is going to pop up towards the sky. So bring it down. The more advanced variation is the hands can come into a prayer ahead of the body. Balance is different every day. What's your balance today? Slowly start hinging the body up to standing and shake it on out. You're going to feel that heat, that burn, maybe a little bit of that free little energy rush or rise. Beautiful work. Now we're coming in for that figure 4 on the opposite side. So root that left foot or opposite foot, whatever one you did. Bring the knee on the right up towards the chest. Obviously, it's not going to go up towards the chest, more towards the belly. You can always tap here. Find your balance. Spread through your toes, that front toe pad, the heel toe pad. Roll out your ankle. Smile, because it's a beautiful day to start fresh. The heel will cross over. You just want to make sure that the outer edge of your ankle is not touching your knee. So find your stability. I just used the wall. I did, and it's fine. So you can start sinking back into the sit bones for a standing figure 4. You can create that Gayana mudra where the thumb and the pointer touches and the rest of the fingers open. The hands can reach up above. They can go to your sides. 4 more breaths. Find a focal point. Affirm, I am balanced. I am rooted. Good. Last breath. Inhale up. You can tap down if you want to, or you can start going into that warrior 3 on this side. So wherever you would like to meet yourself, hinge the heart forward. Maybe the hands want to airplane back. Maybe you need stabilizers at the sides. Does the heel want to reach back? Maybe you need to come down towards the mat. What is it today? Let that breath really push you up. 2 more breaths. Good. Slowly exhale, shake it out. Holy moly, open those feet up. Heels will come in towards the body. You're getting that energy rush and rise like me. We'll start sinking down for a yogi squat. So I know some of my students, this is where they are. And if you're here, this is okay. Maybe you need a heel toe in a little bit shallower. Maybe you can bring the sit bones down. If you have a block can be an amazing friend here where you can use it to sit on if it's feeling kind of out of your reach. So find what feels good for you. The block can also be great to hold on to. If you are down in your full squat, really press the elbows into the inner thighs, doing your best to align your head over your heart. You can challenge yourself by lifting your toes up a little bit. Get rooted here. 4 more breaths. And you can smile because smiling is the most basic act of peace work. It's the most basic act of love. We'll exhale the body forward, extend the legs for Uttasana, a forward fold. Heavy the head. You can sway side to side and however it feels best for you. Coming down onto the bottom. A little transition here. So we'll bring the soles of the feet, kissing the soles of the feet for that seated butterfly. Big breath comes in. You can flap your wings up and then you can exhale, fold forward. And I want you to just notice any tension or tightness, like that was a lot in the hips. What do you need here? Breath guides you and sends it away. One more. Beautiful. And we'll just bring the knees up. Wee hoo hoo. You can root the feet back and however it feels best for you to get down on to your back. We'll start by externally rotating at the knees. So you'll bend and reach for the shins, or you can reach for the feet for your happy baby. You can quickly turn this into a joyful baby and rock side to side. I know I do have students who can't get here, so it's okay to grab for the shins or the ankles. There's really no shame as we just start slowing it down. Good, beautiful breath comes in and sends it away. Wonderful. And we'll inhale one knee up towards the chest where you extend the opposite leg long. You could just start opening up the knee, just little circles. Breath comes in. Good, sends it away. You could drive the heel that's on the leg that's lengthened long away from you just to activate that calf. It does activate your knee too. You don't want to be locking the knee, but give it a little love. Good, we'll bring that knee up and you could just shift the hips up and we'll do a laying supine twist. So self-adjustment, the hand on the opposite side reaches for the thigh. The hand can reach out long. You can peek towards the hand that's reached out. If that's too much, you could just look towards the bent leg. Big breath comes in for this leg supine twist. Just let whatever's coming to you come. One more. Beautiful. We'll come back to center. Pick your hips up and we'll do a swip swap. So opposite knee, roll it away from the body. Just give it a little love. Flex through the heel on the leg that's lengthened long. If you went away from the body, now you can go towards the body. Good work. Let that breath guide you. Beautiful. We'll come back to center. Pick up your hips and shift and let that knee come over to the opposite side. You can do that self-adjustment where you reach for the thigh. The hand on the opposite side can reach out so you can track the gaze towards the bent leg or towards the arm that's lengthened long. And just find a little stillness. Just feel all that heat, that energy, that active aliveness. Beautiful. One more breath. And we'll come back to center, setting up for a Shavasana or our more Yoga Nidra, which is known as yogic sleep. So if you want the legs lengthened long, maybe you want a laying butterfly, what do you need? You could bring the hands to the belly, bring the awareness to the inhalation, and then exhale deeply through the belly. Deep inhalation through the nose. Deeply exhale through the belly. 2 more of those breaths, mindful breaths. Exhale. So inhale any tension or tightness, and then exhale it away, soften. One more, feel that tension, that tightness, and then let it go. Beautiful. Just bringing the awareness to the head and the eyes. Awareness comes to jaw, to neck, noticing the shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingers, and taking a subtle scan and just relaxing through arms, shoulders, neck, and head. Maybe you want to lick your lips to soften a little bit deeper. Softening through shoulders and heart, noticing spine and relaxing it down on the mat. Relax belly, hips, soften thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, all the way to the toes, allowing a full body wash and rinse, allowing your body to unbind, to unwind, to untangle, to let go of what is no longer serving you. With the next exhalation, beautiful. You can bring the awareness into the fingers, into the toes. You can reach the arms above for a full body reach and stretch. Maybe yawn is in order. Point the toes, hug the knees up towards the chest. You could stay on the back or you can lay on the side. You can receive these healing affirmations with me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you. I am energized. I am energized. I am energized. Hugging it in, and you can push yourself up into a seat. Crisscross applesauce. Bring those palms, kissing palms towards your heart. And I just want you to take a moment to notice how you're feeling in your body right now, to thank yourself for showing up and taking this time for you, and knowing that strength doesn't have to be hard, rest doesn't have to be earned. The love and the light within me honors and acknowledges the love and the light within you. Namaste, my friend. I will see you back here tomorrow. Thank you so much for practicing.